Aspen. Could be basswood. I'm pretty sure it's close. Bring out it's Aspen on our duck band Sawmill. You know how I know it's Aspen? Because of these cat's eyes. Those right there, a dead giveaway that it's cat's eye Aspen or quaking Aspen. Stick around. We're gonna teach you a bunch of stuff today about our double cut bandsaw mill that are these are no longer made. You won't be able to buy these anymore. Kind of. Look at those hydraulic. That hydraulic log turner right there is a lifesaver, brother. Trust me when I tell you that has saved a lot of our backs. Here's the guys I'm looking for. Yeah, all messages. What up, Ted Scott? How you doing, Ted, brother? Oh, look at that! I can add you as a moderator. Look at that. There you go. Managing moderator. We're cutting Aspen today. Aspen and maybe some basswood. Yeah. Well, you are special, Ted. You're a special guy. We're cutting these runners here for our double cut for our pallets that we make. These are the runners that the baseboards sit on top of. What is pointing at something? Oh, he's driving up. Oh. He's telling me something. I don't know what it is, though. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. He's probably just telling me there's a guy over there that's just got a bunch of wood. He's going to pay. You telling me about Carrie? Yeah. All right. Let's go get paid here. We're going to go collect some money real quick. And then I'm going to show you guys, and we'll come back out to the mill. We'll come back out to the mill and cut some more wood. But part of the duties of that I have here at K&J is the fact that I do sales and marketing. So if you'd have told me 7 years ago that I was going to be selling lumber for a living, I would have laughed in your face. There's no way. Nope. But here I am 7 years later, selling little tiny sticks to people. That's funny. Try not to fall down on the ice. What up, Carrie? What's that? Oh, did you get it figured out? Hope you haven't had ice problems as we have had. I'm sorry, I'm live on YouTube, so I'm sure you don't want to be shown on camera. So even though you got a face a mother could love, though, Carrie. Oh, Okay. Well, see you, Carrie. Have a good day. Adios, senor. Yep. A nice. Whoa. Whoa. I'm surprised that last comment of yours, Ted, came up. Actually showed up, and without getting flagged or something stupid. But you are a moderator. That's funny. Walnut. Yeah, dude. Walnut, man. Those walnut crotches are. It's got some of the best figure I've ever seen. Some of the best figure I've ever seen. So now we're walking back out to the sawmill here. Here, I'll flip the camera so you guys can see what I'm seeing. A bunch of logs. And then you get a sawmill. You get people asking, hey, once you hit, when you hit the metal, when you hit the nail in there, the blades cost more than metal detectors. And I'm like, well, yeah, they do. They do. But you see all them logs there? There's more logs above behind it too. Logs, more and more logs. Dude, you'd probably be spending more money hiring a guy to take a metal detector and run over every single log before we cut it on the mill. We'd not only be slowing down production, but it would also, be paying. It'd be paying the guy's wage, but we'd basically be hiring a guy to do something that we don't really need him to do. So we run the risk, hit him a piece of metal, and I guess hitting a piece of metal is cheaper than hiring a guy to stand there for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 7 days a year, 7 days a year, 7 days a week. And then we run that through the edger over there, clean off the edges. Some of these boards that come off still have a little bit of live edge on them, like that piece. And then we'll send it through the edger over there. We'll check those out in a second here. Double tap the screen and hit that like button if you can. I know a lot of you guys are watching on your phone, a lot of you guys will be watching on your your television. I gotta move this. Ah, I gotta move this runner that I keep tripping over. Don't you hate when you go and grab something and it slides out of your hand and you hurt your thingy? Go to the other side where it's not so much. See, now that he cut off the necessary parts, he's making 1x5, 1x6s, I think. Some of those won't be usable, but some of them will. I hope this ain't the last log of the day. We got another hour to go. And there's the clamps that hold it down. Yeah. And then as you can see there, that's what's called slab wood. And slab wood comes off, hits the chain, and then it goes up. And then we stack it in these bunks here, and then we'll send those out back to get air dried for a year, 2 years, whatever. Yeah. stop for metal. That's funny. And then we'll bundle it up. We'll bundle this up here. We'll bundle this up and then sell this as a firewood option. The cool part is this is aspen, so we consider that a softwood. Interesting. You need a soft top for metal instead of hot dogs. No. I think that would. I don't know. That might actually break. You stop one of these blades. Imagine trying to stop one of these blades that fast. Imagine what would happen then if you tried to stop a blade that fast. Man, that would probably. I don't. That wouldn't be a good idea to try to stop a blade that fast. Now he puts it back on there. You have piece, and then they're gonna edge it that way. Or at least 2.5 by 3.5. So they'll probably cut a couple 2.5 by 3.5 off of this piece here. That's what they'll do. So, and then he'll flip that around and then cut the other side too. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that hydraulic log lift, though, man. That saves a lot of our back. Thank God for hydraulics. Look at that. That's the Sawyer there. That's the owner. He's pretty nifty with that log turner. Likes the carrots. Your name likes the carrots. Yep. So now he's gonna continue cutting. He'll just cut all the way through now. Now he cut off those pieces. Reverse the carrots. Ah! Man, I should have wore some eye protection. Now I'm gonna get shot up. I don't know how these guys do it. You sit here all day and then you get sawdust in their eyes. Look at the blade. Look how fast this blade's spinning. Wonder how many. Wonder how fast that blade is spinning. Take a guess. Type in chat how many RPMs this blade is spinning. Now I'm curious. So now we got those 2.5 by 3.5 feet. Those are perfect size for the runners that we make. Perfect size for the runners that we make. And then we'll stack it up over here. I'm gonna need help stack these. Might. Probably not. I'll instantly change my mind. But yeah, help him stack. Never mind. Just kidding. Insta kidding. Oh, looks like he is shutting her down after this. It's only 3:47 Central Standard Time. So I'm wondering why he's. shutting her down so quick? Let's go find out. Maybe he just needs to get more logs. Look at that. I wanna take an axe and chop that and split that stump there. Splitty witty. All right. He says he don't know if he can saw, but he wants to try to saw some white oak right now. This is precedent, Ted. Ted, we're setting a precedent here. Look at that man. He's over there and one on. Wondering if he can saw. He just sent me a text message saying he's gonna try to see if he can saw some white oak right now. And I think he's eager because he wants to get some orders done. He's caught up on orders. Um, what he wants to do is, well, here's the thing: we don't cut white oak in the wintertime. Let me go talk to him. We don't cut white oak in the wintertime, so he wants to try to get something done. We'll go game plan something with him. You guys can listen in on our game plan of what we're cutting. Because right about now is the time that we're going to start cutting white oak for the season. Think about cutting white oak? The cottonwood order. The cottonwood? All right. Let's see what we got. So it looks like we're going to be cutting some cottonwood then. We got a customer that needs cottonwood for cottonwood 7 foot logs, right? 8. Yeah, we need 7 foot one. We're gonna cut one 7 foot log so that we could test it out. We're gonna test out cutting one of these bad boys. Well, that's probably what he wants. It's only one log. He was thinking about doing a whole unit, and we were like, no. He was gonna do a whole unit, and we're like, no, we'll just cut one log. One log's worth. Then we'll send it out to you. See what you think. See if it works for you. Because we don't want to waste money and waste. Have him buy a whole unit and then it's not work for him. So that's what we're doing right now. Don't stop the blade, reverse the carriage. What do you mean? You mean reverse the other way? Reverse the carriage. Reverse it from going straight? Oh, stop the. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, see, the thing is, as soon as it touches, Scott, I mean, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. But as soon as the blade touches the metal, I don't know. I mean, it might work. It would have to. I don't know how the science. I don't know how the engineering would work on that because essentially you'd have to. How would that work? Because it's not like fingers. It's not like And it would. I think what happens with saw stops is it completes a circuit, right, through your hand, maybe hot dog, some sort of biological. Like, does anybody type in the chat if you guys know how saw stops work and how, and then if you could make it for a sawmill to stop, get a patent for a sawmill to stop it from cutting or damaging blades. I mean, you make a lot of money that way. You make a lot of money. Boy, oh, double tap that screen, baby. Share this with somebody you think would find useful. If you guys are watching on your phone at home, share this live feed with someone you think would find this awesome. Yeah. And then type in the comments. I know some of you guys know about my our YouTube channel, and I'm always open to ideas to try to get ideas for videos. So, you got any questions or something that would you would think something you'd want to know about, or dried lumber, logs, you know, give me some video ideas. That'd be great. The next video idea I have is lumber price predictions. I'm not, but it'll be a little different because we're such a little small drop in the hat, compared to the overall big lumber companies across the United States. But however, um, I'm thinking maybe I could chime in because I do know something about charts. I know something about charts, about trading charts and algorithms. So, with that being said, I want to make a video about where I think lumber predictions is going to be going. Patent is mine. The patent is mine, he says. Well, you got to figure it out, brother. You got to figure it out. So, here, I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. If I can find it. If I can figure out where it is. Where is it? Maybe no. What is that? That's a stick. There we go. Poll. Um, lumber prices. Lumber prices for 2026. For 2026 for end of 2026. So one of them is going to be higher, and then the other one's going to be lower. So you guys can vote whether it's going to be higher or lower for 2026. I'll set it for 5 minutes or something. Well, all right, there you go. Shrink it down just a little bit. Sorry for all of you guys that are that are watching on your television. I hope that you could vote. So just, vote right there. Let me know. Is it going to be higher or lower for 2026? Based on, based off of, you know, government, lawmakers, other international issues. What do you think it's going to do? Vote above right there. Here, I'll record it. Send me some sticks or something. I can't hear. And I'll record a build. A build of what? What are you going to build? What are you going to build, brother? Let me know. I'll send you some sticks. Ah! That's not good. I just lost. Hold on. Bear with me, folks. I just lost a part of my filming equipment. So now I got to try to screw it back on. So bear with me here. There we go. Holy cow, I did it out. Anyways, you guys just joining. We're voting above here. We're doing a little bit of a poll. I want to see what you guys are thinking. For the lumber prices for the end of 2026, are they going to be higher or are they going to be lower? You can vote above here. Now we're going to fire up this mill. We're going to cut up this log, 1.5 by 5.5 pieces of 1.5 by 5.5 pieces. Retail prices. Well, it's actually board per 1,000 board feet. So on the chart, if you look up the ticker symbol LBR, look up the ticker symbol LBR. That's the price for lumber per board foot. I think it's softwood lumber, maybe, or just lumber in general. Here we go. We're gonna cut this bad boy right here. Woo! There we go, boys. It's a double cut van sawmill. If you're just joining us, vote in the poll above in the top left corner of the screen there. We're trying to find out if you think lumber prices are going to be higher or lower than they are right now at the end of the year. Yeah, giant logs. This giant cottonwood logs. Woo! Double cut mill. This is our double cut bandsaw mill. As you can see, it's made in Canada. I was thinking about getting two large googly eyes. Put one googly eye there and one googly eye there. Just a super large googly eye. Oh, he's okay. I'm like, what are you doing? He's making boards. That looks so cool when it comes out like that. I'm gonna lie, that looks pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. You know, everybody wants some sawdust. We're trying to get rid of sawdust. As you can see, we got a giant mountain range of it over there that we need to get rid of it. Trying to give that stuff away for free. Harder than you can think. Double tap the screen. Keep on the crossbar. Keep on the crossbar. Yeah. Right? He's right there.